Hermie, the Laughing Hyena, written by Dr. Albert M. Rebun, illustrated by Ted Dawson. Hermie the hyena was very clumsy looking. He had weak legs and spots all over his body. And because Hermie laughed all the time, as hyenas often do, people were afraid to go near him. That bothered Hermie. He wanted to have friends he could laugh with. From his small hut, Hermie could see the great walls of Sadville. "Just think of all the friends I could have if I lived in Sadville," Hermie said. He didn't know why the town was called Sadville, but he figured that even in Sadville people must like to laugh. One day, Hermie decided to take a look and ran all the way to Sadville. He climbed the walls and saw the whole city, houses, schools, shops, and the huge palace of the king. It all looked wonderful. "I don't want to be alone anymore," Hermie said. So when he got home, he packed up and moved to Sadville. He was so anxious to get there and start making friends that he ran as fast as he could and laughed all the way. But as he walked into Sadville, Hermie noticed that everyone was running away from him. He had no idea why, and when he heard the people shouting at him from inside their houses, "Stop laughing, hyena!
Are you mad? You're in Sadville!
No one is allowed to laugh in Sadville!
You can get into big trouble by laughing in Sadville!"
But it was too late. The king's soldiers heard the laughter and began to chase Hermie around the marketplace. In trying to get away from the soldiers, Hermie accidentally jumped onto a tomato cart. Then he slid under a flower stand and finally landed on a banana cart. And when he slipped on all the banana peels, he slid straight into the arms of the king's soldiers. The soldiers tried to hold on to Hermie, but the harder they tried, the more they laughed. When the people of Sadville saw this hilarious sight, they began to come out of their houses, and they started laughing too. In no time at all, everyone in the marketplace was laughing. The captain in charge of the soldiers couldn't believe his ears. Even he was laughing.
What? Take this hyena to the king, he ordered.
The king lived all alone in his big palace and was a very sad king. He had been sad for a long time, ever since his court jester left him. He always made the king laugh. For years, the people of Sadville tried to make the king laugh, but he just stayed sad. As Hermie, the soldiers, and the villagers approached the palace, the king went outside to see what all the commotion was about. When he saw everyone laughing, he thought they had all gone mad. From the middle of the crowd, he heard someone shouting, "Let me go! Let me go! Let me go!" The king walked right up to the Laughing Hyena. He could hardly believe his eyes. There was Hermie, being held by his legs by the soldiers. He was still covered with crushed tomatoes, flowers, and mashed bananas. "They look so silly," the king said. Then, for the first time in years, he began to laugh. Far into the night, in the palace, in the town, and across the countryside, laughter reigned in the kingdom of Sadville. In the morning, all was quiet. Everyone was so tired from laughing all night that they slept and slept and slept. Hermie and the king were the first to wake up, and for the first time in years, the king woke up happy. The king was so happy that he asked Hermie to be his new court jester. "But if you're going to be my court jester, you must also know when it's time to stop laughing," the king said. "You cannot laugh all the time." Hermie promised he would control his laughter and would only laugh when something was really funny. And when the king felt sad, he would always be there to cheer him up. And Hermie kept his promise. Hermie became friends with all the people in the village, and of course, he made everyone laugh. And so, the king and Hermie and all of the people of Happyville lived happily ever after. You see, they even changed the name. Today, if you visit Happyville, you will see that everyone likes to laugh, and you'll laugh too.